This is what happened in Madrid at the watch-along when Ferran Torres finally gave Spain the lead. These the scenes in Buenos Aires, contrasting scenes of despair in the Argentina capital as Spain went ahead. And Spain have done it. And you can see the celebrations there in Madrid. And in Argentina, the looks of consternation and disappointment after their team just simply couldn't keep Spain out. It was a wave after wave after wave of pressure, and eventually they got the goal that they finally deserved after all the domination, all of the possession they've had in this game. And Argentina, after heroics of their display against England in the semi-final, just simply couldn't keep up that resilience throughout the 120 minutes, especially down to 10 men. So Spain have a second World Cup after 2010, and remember, in that final, they also went to extra time. The flares there already out for Spain, several of them all over this fan park. In 2010, it was Andres Iniesta who scored in the 116th minute. And remember, they also started that tournament with a difficult result. Spain this time around drawing with Cape Verde, and a lot of people basically off the back of that performance ruled them out of winning this World Cup. And in 2010, they lost their opening game to Switzerland. You can see the tears, you can see the pain on the face of this Argentina fan right in the centre of your screen. And a bit of applause for the sheer effort that his team have put into this game after the win over England on Wednesday night in the semi-finals. But you can imagine these scenes will go on for some time. The Spain flags waving, the drums are out as well. Fans on the shoulders of others as they celebrate a second World Cup. And boy, did they have to fight for it. They had all of the chances in this game. They had all of the domination. It was basically them against Emi Martinez, the Aston Villa keeper, keeping them out, especially right at the end of the game. Lamine Yamal, who had a free kick that was turned around the post by Emi Martinez. But after Enzo Fernandez was sent off, well, then it was a case of stretching the game, of making those Argentina players even wearier, even more tired. And in the end, the pressure told them. It came in the 105th minute. And as I say, it was Ferran Torres, the former Manchester City player, now with Barcelona, on as a substitute. In fact, two of the subs combining. Nico Williams from Athletic Club and Ferran Torres from Barcelona, who swept the ball into the roof of the net. Emi Martinez finally beaten, but it will take a while for these Spain fans to calm down. You can imagine what it'll be like in Madrid tomorrow and indeed over the next week. And you can still see the pain on the look of that Argentina fan who's just moved out shot on the left-hand side. They're just glancing up at the big screen, just seeing the pictures of their players out in New York, New Jersey, on the pitch, just absolutely crestfallen. What an effort, you have to say, from the Argentina players to just force extra time and keep Spain out. But what this means to this nation, because they were one of the four big teams entering this tournament. And remember, the way that they've been structured, FIFA would keep them apart until they met in the semi-finals, with Argentina beating England and Spain really causing one of the big upsets as they masterminded that 2-0 win over France in the last four. And then, of course, the champions of Europe, Spain, meeting the champions of South America, the Copa America winners, Argentina, in a sort of finalissima, if you like, but this time for the World Cup. It was not a classic match, it really wasn't. And Spain struggled to create clear-cut chances, but as the game opened up, they really did, and eventually, as we said before, the pressure told. But it seems that there is further tension on the pitch with a bit of a... It looks like there was a particular clash between Leandro Paredes, who came on as a substitute in the second half, just the start of the second half, and Marcos Llorente, one of the unused subs for Spain, rowing and coming to not exactly blows, but certainly tension spilling over on the pitch in New York, New Jersey. We're just getting those pictures through, and a really warm embrace between Luis de la Fuente and Lamine Yamal. Of course, the big story beforehand is that he had never faced Lionel Messi, and they had been pictured on a photo shoot when Messi was at Barcelona and he was just a baby, and he sort of bathed the Spanish, now teenager, 20 years separating them. Lionel Messi on the field of play, just sat, just gazing up and trying to take in these scenes. Very, very different scenes to what happened 4 years ago in Qatar when Argentina beat France 4-2 on penalties. Messi scoring 2 in that game and Mbappe scoring 3, but Messi finally getting that World Cup that his career has deserved. And remember, he retired in 2016, thought he was going to give it up before being tempted back out of retirement to represent the Albicelestes, they're known, the blue and white striped Argentina. And that's, the patience has been worth it. But just looking at the face of these Argentine players, particularly Alexis McAllister, of course, we know from Brighton, then Liverpool, and also Giuliano Simeone, the son of Diego Simeone, who, of course, had his big moments in World Cups. And Giuliano, who blazed over in the final moments of extra time that could have forced a penalty shootout. And, well, Argentina were hoping to become just the third side to successfully defend their World Cup title. Italy did it in 1938, Brazil did it in 1962, Argentina hoping to do it in 2026, but not to be. And you can see there on the right-hand side there, Leandro Paredes' red card confirmed after the game had ended for his tussle with Marcos Llorente, the unused sub. But back to Madrid, back to the Spanish capital, where the celebrations will continue long into the night. It's just gone midnight over there. The flags are waving, they are still bouncing. The energy is high, the vibes are impeccable. And this is what it means to them. They're just trying to take this moment in, because Spain have beaten Argentina by a goal to nil. Ferran Torres in the 106th minute to give them that second start on that red shirt. Their second World Cup after winning in South Africa in 2010. Spain are champions of the world.